I'm noticing the shadow attribute of this inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master and impairing false instruction. I don't think this is you. I think that you're here, and look at the 2 here, can be the 2 scales of the justice. I'm getting this sense of there's like a gatekeeper here. Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Modern Maven Tarot. I'm Andrea Elizabeth, and whenever this reading shows up on your timeline, this tarot message is for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Quick messages that popped up while I was clearing your deck. This idea of, look at you right there, and you right here. This idea of you kind of being the in-between. Like, you're the one that people come to for your problems. You're the one that people come to mediate, if you will. All right. And there's this idea of your friendly, outgoing nature and helping others that hinders you from focusing on yourself. All right. So however you take that, I want to see what the tarot has to say about that, because there's this message that if you saw yourself or your situation from outside, so like let's say you have like an aerial view of your life, what kind of advice would you give yourself? All right. So if you're either feeling stuck in some way, you want to take that message of, well, what advice if you swapped roles, let's say, right? And like you were on the opposite end of what, the people coming to you and the advice you give them, are you aligning that with yourself and like the advice you give yourself? Okay. Because right now I'm getting a message of like, you need to be the engineer of your own life. All right. Instead of helping other people with theirs, there's this idea of you really pursuing the things that make you feel at the core of your energy. There's like a lot of luck here. Could be travel, it could be communication, but there's something about putting yourself out there in a sense that it's gonna really like shift the wheel in your favor. All right, rapid communication. This is like sending out your resume, boom, 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 and then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, hey, I got the job I've always wanted. Okay, very interesting. All right. I think that might be all of the intuitive messages here. Yeah, this is actually another important one that just popped up with this conflict. There's this idea with your relationships, because your relationship with money is a reflection of your relationship with others and your relationship with yourself. And I want you to think about your relationships related to conflict. How you play a role in that, and see if there's any traits related to that are mirrored in your relationship with money. All right, very interesting. Okay, because money is neutral. All right, I love seeing this. This is amazing. Money is neutral. It's the energy you give to it. And so enjoying what you have and knowing that, your success is here if you want it. Okay. All right. So let's see what we got going on for Sagittarius. Again, thank you, Sagittarius, for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Modern Maven Tarot, comment if it resonates in a certain way, or if you have a question. Yeah, that Pluto transformation, it has something to do with a lesson from your Saturn. And it has something to do with really asking yourself, is the juice worth the squeeze? I watch Minnow Pond Tarot sometimes, and they always say that with the 7 of Coins, is the juice worth the squeeze? And that really is like the best way to say that is, do you stay in situations or relationships that aren't fulfilling you because of some feeling of loyalty to others instead of a loyalty to yourself? Okay, very interesting. Cool. Amazing. All right, love this for you. Last week's energy coming into this week is the Six of Cups. This is childhood nostalgia. This is that inner child just doing the things that makes it happy, all right? It's really focusing your energy on what really matters. It's also ruled by Sun and Scorpio, so it could be a Scorpio in your life, but this nostalgia is making you realize what's important to you, I think. And it could also be a childhood friend that comes back into your life that connects you to a vibration of the past where it opens something up for you. All right, this week's energy, justice. I love this for you. This is Libra energy. It's clarity. So like I said, there's something here that's connecting you to a vibration of your past self that is asking for justice to, like, for balance to come back into your life. It's opening you up to a possibility of, my life is out of balance and I have control over bringing ways to bring it back into balance. All right. It's also this idea of cause and effect. And so if for some reason you feel like justice isn't being served, remember the scales always have to come back into balance. Okay. But also it's an energy of cause and effect. And so I do want you to reflect on the actions you take or don't take and the effects that those have, okay? Next week's energy is the Strength card, and this is ruled by Leo. This is self-discipline. It's the courage and the power to really pursue what you want. This is your shadow doesn't have to take the lead. You're in control, and your shadow feels safe. All right, you've tamed that shadow energy. And this is also fascinating too, because the yin and the yang here I always see as the light and the shadow, okay? And so bringing your life back into balance, whatever this energy is that came into your life, that sparked that in you, you're finding the courage to bring your life back into balance, okay? And it could be too, like, just justice overall in the collective, because major arcana tends to be collective energy that's influencing you, or like life-changing energy that's bringing your life back into balance, all right? And giving you that courage to really pursue this, whatever this energy is. I love it so much, okay? All right, so let's see what empowering question is going to help Sagittarius this week. Empowering question for Sagittarius. All right, empowering question for Sagittarius. Interesting. Nothing wants to come through. What I love too, though, is that the two sides of the scales, one's looking here and one's looking here. Okay, and so the light attribute of you, that inner light, that inner child, balanced with your shadow that can, it can be beneficial. So think of ways that your shadow is built throughout the years, okay, and why it is what it is. All right, empowering question. There it is. Okay. What is the most important thing for me in this moment? And if this is something that you're looking to bring back into balance, what can you do to have the courage and strength? Okay, interesting. All right, let's get an archetypal card. This can be you or somebody in your life. We all play characters in each other's lives. The most important part is for you to be the hero of your own journey. I want to get some information on the Six of Cups. The influence that is the Six of Cups. Okay. We're going to have two here. First one. Oh, interesting. All right, addict, light attributes, helps you recognize and confront addictive behavior. Shadow attributes, compromises integrity and honesty, allows an addictive pattern to have authority over your inner spirit. Now remember, this can be you or somebody in your life, okay? And mentor, light attributes, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Shadow attributes, inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, impairing false instructions. What I love that's so fascinating is like the scales of justice related to the scales of this energy of an addict and a mentor. And there could be this evolution of that, where It could be somebody from the past where you knew as this one identity, and now they're like, they were this identity and now they're this identity. And then like the story of how they got there brings you some clarity. But it's definitely sparking that inner light, I can tell you that much. All right, so let's clarify this and then we will close this out. Again, Sagittarius, thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help the algorithm. Comment as well, that helps the algorithm too. And if you have any questions, you know, drop them in the comments and share with somebody who needs to hear this message, okay? So let's see, what do we got as a clarifier for Sagittarius? All right, clarifier for Sagittarius, bringing justice back into balance. Sagittarius bringing justice back into balance. Wow, amazing. So the Hierophant with the Mentor. The Hierophant is teaching something, but it's also about putting your practices into belief. Or, I'm sorry, my goodness, Mercury retrograde. It's putting your beliefs into practice. I'm getting this sense, though, too, of I'm noticing the shadow attribute of this inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master and impairing false instruction. I don't think this is you. I think that you're here, and look at the two here, can be the two scales of the justice. I'm getting this sense of there's like a gatekeeper here, okay? This energy, I think, is related to this inner child, childhood energy. But this mentor, I think, is this idea of somebody's gatekeeping you. And it takes the strength and the courage from within to address this in a manner that puts you first and brings the scales of justice back into balance, okay? So I hope this resonated. As always, Sagittarius, shine your inner light. You've got this.